here he's looking at the shot, and a top player would do this. They're looking at the shot to see if the cue ball is frozen with the 8 ball. Because if the ball wasn't frozen, you would have to stroke it different. So he's checking the shot. He just called the shot. He's going to bank it in the corner pocket, and he makes a very good shot. That's not an easy shot. It's actually a shot that we do in the World Artistic Championships, and I do it in exhibition all the time because of the movie The Hustler, where the shot was actually first seen. Now Charlie is telling Fast Eddie how lucky he was to make the shot, and you know, this whole scene is, everything here is just to set up the people there. If you notice, the owner of the place is looking, and they're trying to bring out the greed in the spectators around them there, because they want to try to take some of their cash. So he's setting the shot up now. He sets the shot up to where it looks the same. He's using a different ball this time. He's using a striped ball, and he's saying, "Is that okay? Does that look good?" I think he bets some $10, $20. And so they're betting the money. So he's going to get down and look how awkward. He shoots really awkward on this. He's closing his eyes and everything. He misses the ball completely. And looks like he's really, looks like a real sucker, you know. So, now he's wanting to bet some more money. And Charlie, his good friend, of course, doesn't want to take his money. So since Charlie doesn't want to take his money, in a few seconds here, we're going to hear one of the owner of the place, or one of the spectators, that the greed has come out in him, and he's going to take his money. So right now, he offers to take the bet. And this was the whole thing, that this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to get the spectators. A good hustler will try to have the people to hustle them. So they look. So now he's telling him that he's going to bet in. I think it's his whole paycheck, everything that he's made for the last week, his commission for the last week was. And they're. He's actually even going to let the guy set the shot up. Now, I don't know if I'd do this. I'd also check the shot out myself, you know. So he's letting the guy set the shot up, and he bets, and I think it's like $110, his whole commission for the last week.
$105. That's one
and
commission. You want to take the whole thing? Then you get a crack at your.
Some other people wanted to actually bet, but he didn't want the other people's money. He acts like he just wants the owner of the place, you know. So he chalks his cue here. Takes a drink, another drink. He got the money out of the cash register. He bends down. You won't see the ball go, but we know that he made the shot, and that's a great opening scene. Okay, this is the shot that Fast Eddie did in the opening scene when he banks the 8 ball in the corner. You know, he goes over and he looks down at the shot to see if the ball's frozen, comes back over, takes a drink, slaps the pocket, calls the 8 ball in the corner pocket. I love that shot. Okay, now he's getting ready to play his first match. Fast Eddie's getting ready to play Minnesota Fats here, and they just bet $200 a game. And they're at Willie Moscone. That's Willie Moscone leaning over there. They're having someone to hold the stakes, which is normal. When you play, usually you let someone hold the stakes because you want to make sure you get your money. Now they're lagging for the break here. This is called the lag. They're shooting down to hit the cushion, come back. The closest one to the foot cushion where they're at has a choice of breaking or making their opponent break. So normally in straight pool, you want your opponent to break because he's just going to play a safety. So Fast Eddie actually makes a good break here. You'll see, clips the ball, goes 2 cushions, back down near the corner pocket, which was a decent break. But as you will see, Fatty will find a dead ball, a dead combination, which would be the 6 ball. The dark ball to the left corner of the screen there is a 6 ball. and he calls the 6 ball in the corner. And it's a very easy shot. All he's got to do is just hit the 1 ball or any of those balls, and that 6 ball's going to go straight in the corner because it's dead on. And that's what he does. He calls the 6, makes the 6 ball in the corner, and scatters all the balls out. And so Eddie's going to sit down and watch him shoot for a while. So now Fatty starts stroking the balls in and really fast-paced, which a good straight pool player plays. This is the way he plays. With a good fast, Moscone played with a really fast rhythm. You know, you want to. It's a rhythm game. You want to get your rhythm going and get loose and get your stroke loose. And now Fast Eddie is watching, and he's in awe of Fats, because this is the first time he's actually ever seen Fats play, and he notices that he is a great player, and he's talking about those little fingers and how he looks over the cue and everything, and it's like he's like an artist. So and if you notice, when you watch Jackie Gleason play there, you could tell he was a good player. He's got a nice natural stroke, strokes the ball good, he's down over the ball good. He's more of an upright player, which some players get way down on the cue, but he's more of an upright, and I guess because of his size. So now this is neat. Here, Fast Eddie just made the 4 ball. Now he comes up table near the side pocket. Now here's something that happens that actually he looks this next shot in. He said cross in the corner. But watch what happens. He banks the ball, makes the strike ball. Now that was a lucky shot, but they kept it in because they don't think the general public knows it. You know, he was actually playing the other ball in the corner pocket. And it looked like a good shot. Okay, now they're playing a couple of safeties. Gleason just played a safety. Fats just played a safety. Now Fast Eddie's going over, looking at the shot. He's going to get down. He's going to play a safety. Same way, clip the ball, have the cue ball to come back towards the corner pocket. Now this is an interesting shot. And it looks like a normal straight pool rack of balls there. And he's looking. He finds the 7 ball. It's dead right back in the corner pocket. He shoots into the balls. And watch this. This is a great shot. 7 ball right back in the corner. And that was actually, all he had to do was hit the ball, but he could read the stack. And that's what a good straight pool player, they can read the stack. Now here, this is a break shot, a traditional type break shot. This is a montage of just a lot of shooting going on now. Great montage. I like the way they did this. That's showing Charlie, Fast Eddie's watching there. And so it looks like he's beating Eddie almost every game here. He's paying the money. It doesn't really say how much he's down or anything, but he's winning like every game. He made a bank shot there. That was a long, full length of the table bank shot. And Charlie tries to get him to quit, but Fast Eddie's, he thinks he can take him, so he doesn't want to quit. And I think this is the part where here, let's see. Oh yeah, this shot here, now this is an illegal shot. What happens here, if you can see this in slow motion, this cue stick went through the ball, hit the 13 and made the 2 ball. And that's like a trick shot. So normally, you wouldn't get away with that. That's an illegal shot. But he's hot now. The table is his. He feels like he's got the fat man now. He's going to go ahead and just take him to the cleaners.
I dreamed about this game every night on the road. 5 ball. No, this is my table, man. I own it. 15 ball. 7 ball. 4 ball. Game.
Now this is a great shot. Here's a masse shot. It's going to make the one ball, cue ball goes up the table, and that's called a masse. And if you notice, it probably has some signs in there saying no masse shots, because you can really damage the table because you're hitting straight down on the ball, and you can damage the cloth. And lots of times when you go in a billiard room or pool room, they'll say no masse shots or no gambling or no jump shots. Okay, now here's a shot that Fast Eddie did in the movie, and I know it was a luck shot, and he calls the two ball, or calls the ball, it says cross corner, okay, and he shoots into the ball and he makes the 11 ball or the strike ball. I'm going to attempt the shot. Now this shot is like a 1 in 10 shot, and see, I made it in the same corner, but just a little bit different. Of course, I'm the world champion trick shot artist. That's the reason I had to make it a little different, right? They've just matched up a game. He's going to play Fatty for $3,000, his life savings, he says. This is all the money he's got. And Fatty has just broken the balls, and he looks at Burt Gordon and he says, should I play this shot safe? You know, you always taught me how to play safe, but I'm going to shoot it. I'm fast and loose. I'm going to go ahead and shoot what he does. He calls the one ball in the corner pocket. Great shot here. He shoots into the cushion, comes across, hits the one ball, and dead in the corner pocket. That was a really neat shot. It was set up dead. Of course, the one ball and the other ball, the tangent line was lined up perfect. All he had to do was hit that one ball and it's gone. But it was really a neat shot. Okay, this is a shot that Fast Eddie made in the last scene with Minnesota Fats, where he just got through talking with Burt Gordon and asking him whether he should shoot the shot safe. And he said, I'm not going to play safe. He calls the one ball in the corner pocket. Okay. And he gets down and just like that. Isn't this game fun? Now when Fatty and Eddie played the first match, a straight pool, Eddie breaks the balls, and the cue ball ends up back down here like this. Okay, so now the balls he clipped these balls, so the balls are broken out a little bit, and this ball's up here, something like this. He had a shot up here, and there's just, okay, now, it's really an easy shot, what Fats did. You know, it looked impressive in the movie, but he called the 6 ball in the corner pocket. Now all he has to do is shoot into the 2 ball, and the 6 ball's going to go because it's a dead combination. So Fatty calls the 6 ball in the corner, and he gets down. Okay. And I'm going to shoot. Here we go. Shoots really hard. The balls are scattered out. He makes a 6. He couldn't miss it. So that was the first shot that Fats shot against Fast Eddie in their first match, straight pool match.
Hi. All right.
You lucky punk. I quit you.
You want in, friend? How much you playing for?
$1 on the 5, 2 on the 9.
Yeah, I'll play a couple.
They just asked Eddie to get in a ring game. Now, a ring game is where you have more than one people playing at the same time, like a 9-ball game, and you can have 4 or 5 players. And this guy on the right, he's actually in there hustling too. And Eddie notices that, you know, and everyone else has gotten out of the game. Eddie's won a couple of dollars, and the other guy, looks like he's the big winner right now. So he's asking Eddie to raise the bet, you know, and Eddie said, I believe you're a hustler, you know. So he asked him to play for $2 on the 5 and $5 on the 9. And so he's gonna break the balls. It's his break, and he's looking up at Eddie now, and he breaks, and they don't show. You know, he wins the game here real fast some way. I don't know, but he asks Eddie, says, "Are you ready to quit now?" And Eddie, you know, Eddie's got that pride there, and his ego gets to him, and so he's challenging the guy to play a freeze out for freeze up for $100. And they're going to bet $10 a game, which freeze up back then was $100. Pretty, you know, it's a lot more money than it is now. So they flip a coin to see who breaks. So the guy's going to rack the balls, and he does something here that makes Fast Eddie really mad, really hot, and Eddie does something that a hustler should never do, especially when all the people are sitting around that they've beaten for the money. So he's going to say, "I'm going to beat you straight up," and he's going to run 10 racks in a row. Now, the odds of running 10 racks, probably a few million to 1 here. And they actually do that's a simple little carom shot. He's making some combinations and carom shots here, and you know you would never see this in a real game. I mean, all these combinations and coming up. You know, usually when pros play, good players are running out. You know, they run out. But here, you had a lot of combinations and carom shots come up, and to get the match over quick. You know, this is of course a movie. You know, and so he beats the guy for his money, and all the other ones that. They don't like hustlers, you know, and this happens, you know. That wasn't too smart what he just did there. So he, you know, he gets later on he gets his thumbs broken, and things like that really do happen. You know, I've had a few guns pull on me, a few different things, and that's one of the bad parts about hustling pool.